Canyon Assisted Living and Memory Care in Tucson is one of the area's premier retirement communities for those in need of assisted living, transitional assisted living, or memory care. And Juan Martinez, the community's executive director, is here today to introduce us to the community and all it has to offer. Juan, thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So give us some more details about what you do there and what makes your community so special.
Well, one of the benefits of our community is that we are an assisted living and memory care all in one. So we are able to take individuals and help from early onset Alzheimer's dementia all the way to late stages. And individuals are able to live in one community and not have to worry about change in lifestyle or residence.
Well, and there's so many different activities and therapies that you guys offer there. What are some of the most important and innovative ones, would you say?
Well, our life enrichment is based off of the Montessori program, which is in depth for the individual and trying to figure out how to adapt to that person's life and make sure that it's meaningful for them. So a lot of that is built around that. But one of the best things that I think that we do have and are able to do is our virtual reality interactions with our life enrichment. We're able to take individuals on trips, skydiving, train rides, everything that we can think of inside the community in a safe environment, but still give them that active life outside the community.
Well, their minds must be blown, right? I mean, it's something they probably never expected to have on their heads and be able to go through, I imagine.
Of course, it definitely is a little bit of a learning change for them, of course, but the ones that are able to do it and we're able to get interacting with it, it is something that they love because they're able to visit in places that they've gone in their lifetime. You know, go to France and revisit that time period in their life, which is wonderful, and being able to connect and with those memories and those special times in their lives where it was just important to get out and be free, and to give that back to them is just such an important thing, I feel, in their lives.
Absolutely. And it's just one of the many examples of how this community is designed from the ground up, really, to give the most benefit to your residents.
That is correct. You know, we have a lot of different aspects inside of our community, even our dining services, which is robust. But we have an individual dining experience here inside the community, which is very restaurant style. And most people don't think about that for Alzheimer's or dementia, but residents love to have that feeling of going out to eat on a daily basis and have those interactions where you're given a menu and assistance to be able to order and have that sense of independence. But we also have a secondary dining area for anybody who needs more assistance. So they are still able to have those types of experiences and interactions, but they have their own area to be able to have the hands-on care that they need.
And, you know, memory-related diseases can be devastating if you don't have the right support system around it. So how do you help those residents really thrive and live their best lives? I mean, you mentioned, you know, the feeling of going out to eat, but what else?
Well, our life enrichment is probably one of the most important things that we can do inside this community. Making sure that our residents are interactive and still working their minds and their bodies and have sense of purpose in what they do on a daily basis. We have individuals that have jobs here, you know, help out with different parts of the community to have that purpose-filled adventure throughout their day and not just sitting around doing nothing. Our goal is to keep them active and happy throughout their days. You know, it's not, at the end of the day, it's not quantity, but it's quality of life that you can have.
Yeah, that's what we can all hope for and have one day. And tell us a little bit about how the respite program works there.
So our respite program is a fully furnished room for individuals that just need time. Maybe they're not ready to come into a community setting or live here long term. But as you may know, loved ones that are taking care of individuals at home, they need a break as well. And so we have a respite program. It's a 2-week minimum, but they're able to come in. Everything's fully furnished. They have an apartment that they're able to live in for that period of time. And then at the end of the period, they're able to go home with their loved ones.
Well, obviously, so much was thought out in this community. I imagine there's a lot of things that make you proud of being the head of this. What would you say makes you the most proud?
Well, I really have to say my care staff. My nursing staff, my care staff really is one of the things that makes me proud on a daily basis. throughout this whole last year, it really shows and shines a light on the superheroes really that we do have inside of our community that care so much to be in harm's way on a daily basis, to show love and compassion to our residents. So it's definitely one of those things that I will, praise on the mountaintops is my care staff and what they've been able to do through this time.
Well, pulling that off successfully really does take a special group of people with a lot of patience, a lot of expertise, and you guys certainly give residents and their families a lot of peace of mind in many different ways. So a pleasure to see you, Juan. Thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you so much for having me. You have a wonderful day.
You too. And to get more details about everything we talked about, call 520-293-3114, or you can visit coppercanyonret.com.